All right, Armando, who needs no introduction at all. Excuse me for missing it, Armando, but go at it.
No worries. Thanks, Tom. It's an honor to celebrate the Kingston Fellowship program in your company and your lovely wife's company as well. So thanks to both of you for inspiring this program that has done so much for Wilder employees. And really, when you look at it, the whole community, because the impact is once you have an investment in someone, that really just spreads throughout a whole two cities, metro area in the state of Minnesota and across the country. So thank you for that. Some of you know that Tom, my story with Tom started back in 2008 when I was in education at the St. Paul School supervising alternative schools. And I was applying for the the president job at Neighborhood House. And through a mutual acquaintance, I connected with Tom. He agreed to meet with me to help me interview for a nonprofit job because my whole world was education. And Tom was very generous with his time. And in the actual office that I sit in today, with the same chairs, by the way, back from 2008, he helped me interview for my job at Neighborhood House. And that was over 15 years ago. And here I am leading my third nonprofit and blessed to be here at Wilder in Tom's old office. So I'm always indebted to Tom and his generosity. So thank you for that. So again, congratulations to everyone and thanks for everyone's support in this event. And for those of you that are joining us as our supporters and friends and former employees, thanks for doing that. It means a lot to us. And I know it means a lot to Tom and also the awardees as well this morning. So the Kingston Fellowship program, just for context, is supported through an endowment fund that was created to honor Tom upon his retirement from Wilder in 2010. And it's our way of thanking him and preserving his legacy of 30 years of service at Wilder. So the funds from the Kingston Endowment are dedicated to providing employees with the opportunity to study, teach, conduct research, exchange ideas, and develop innovative programs to address community concerns. Since the program began, we have awarded 99 fellowships, so almost 100 fellowships to 88 people for a total of $346,000. So that just deserves a round of applause, virtual applause. That is just truly amazing. Our community truly has benefited from this investment and the skills and talents of our Kingston Fellows. So in 2022, we updated our organizational values, and I love the ways that this year's Kingston Fellows demonstrate our values on a daily basis in their work and also in their lives. I want to share our values with all of you today so you can be listening for the ways that our incredible Wilder staff live these values as they and their projects are introduced to you today. So our new values are: we listen with intent to the people most affected so we can be part of the solution. We act with kindness towards families, communities, and each other. We build trusting relationships, knowing each person and community has their own answers. Finally, we take action with others to challenge systems so all people and communities can reach their goals. We know these words matter, but more important are the actions and behaviors that bring them to life. We are already living these values in our daily work across Wilder in many ways. My hope is that by keeping them top of mind, we will be able to better support each other and come together in support of the people that we support and also our families and our overall community. So I thank the fellows being introduced today for their leadership in sharing our values through their work. The achievements of the fellows speak to the caliber of our staff and their commitment to providing high quality services at Wilder and far beyond. I'm proud to witness the work of these amazing individuals who commit themselves each and every day to transform lives in our community. It's now my pleasure to introduce Charlotte Hoppecker, 2022 Kingston Fellow and school-based therapist, who's actually at my old elementary school, Cherokee Heights on the west side of St. Paul, where I grew up. So it's a soft spot for the west side of the schools. So Charlotte is going to speak about the impact of the Kingston Fellowship on her work and ultimately Wilder's clients. Welcome, Charlotte.
Thank you so much. And thank you for this opportunity. I'm excited. So I'm Charlotte. Like Armando said, I work at Cherokee Heights. I'm a school-based therapist. And I'm honored to be speaking just about the ways that the Kingston Fellowship and my time at Wilder, frankly, have impacted me as a professional and helped give back to our community. So my story kind of goes back to spring 2021. It was my first school year with Wilder, and I was referred a 5-year-old at Cherokee Heights. And initially, I was really excited about this. I have an early childhood background, and I'm like, great, this is going to be easy. Here we go. But immediately there was a problem. Kids under age 6 have to have a special evaluation done. And no one on my team, including myself, knew how to do this evaluation. So luckily, there's a lot of people within Wilder as a whole that do know how to do these evals. And so I was able to complete it in tandem with another therapist. But it just kind of opened my eyes to what I saw as a really big problem in our school-based team. And in being able to support the 5-year-old, it actually opened the door to her whole family. So I ended up seeing her older sibling, and in our time together, they found stable housing and they were able to utilize school supports differently and just kind of seek additional success that they didn't have. And so it was important that the 5-year-old was the entry point. So I got through that paperwork, and then I completed the DHS training through the state so that I would actually be able to do these evals on my own. But I realized that just being able to do the evaluation doesn't make you a great therapist for young kids. And I recognized that on our whole team, even at the supervisory level, though supervisors were always super supportive, no one really knew, exactly what was going on with kids under age 6 because it was just a new area for our team. And so I decided that it was time to go back to school. And so with the support of a lot of really important people to me, including but not limited to Eva Farley, Rudy Russo, Benita Amadi, and Serena Bruno, I decided I was going to apply for the Kingston and go back to school and embark on a 2-year certificate program at the University of Minnesota for infant and early childhood mental health. I think it's important to note I had only worked at Wilder for 1 year when I received the fellowship. And I mention that just because I want to thank the generosity of Tom and Mary Kingston and all of our donors for investing in Wilder employees, even the brand new ones, so that we can provide the best possible care for our clients. I'm nearly halfway done with the certificate, and it would not have been possible without the Kingston. I've learned so much, and I've been able to support others on my team in completing evaluations at their own schools. The blossoming interest on my team in serving young children and their families is something that I think is really exciting and really continues to set us apart as school-based providers. I will graduate next year, and I'm working closely with Wilder to continue expanding our early childhood services through the schools. It's my belief that supporting children and families when they are young is one of the most important and impactful things we can do as mental health providers. And I'm really grateful to have had this opportunity and feel really fulfilled by my work every day, which is all I could ask for. So thank you. It is my pleasure now to turn the program back to Judy Kishel, who will introduce our 2023 class of Kingston Fellows. Back to you, Judy.
Thanks, Charlotte. It was great to hear your story, first of all. And secondly, I love how you elevated it. It is now called the Kingston rather than the Kingston Fellowship or the Kingston. So I think that's the elevation. Okay. It is my privilege to announce the 2023 class of Kingston Fellows. There are 6 individuals who are receiving the awards today, totaling $20,365. If we were gathered in person, I would invite you to step forward. But alas, we're meeting virtually, so we'll share your picture and your fellowship goal on the screen. And first up is Samuel Frank, and I saw that Sam has a cute little assistant with him today. I wish you all could see this cute little baby he has in his arms. But Sam has been a mental health and addiction counselor at Wilder since 2019. Sam will use his Kingston Fellowship to pay for courses to maintain his licensure, and is also interested in studying psychedelic-assisted therapy, an innovative therapeutic approach. He will share what he learns with his colleagues, which is expected to benefit all of Wilder's clients. Congratulations, Sam. Next is Kyla Gu is a research associate with a wide range of interests, from early childhood education and disability justice to racial and cultural healthcare disparities, with a special focus in food and environmental justice. Kyla will use Kingston Fellowship to pursue a sustainable food systems graduate certificate from Harvard Extension School Division for Continuing Education. Kyla plans to make this the focus of her career and hopes to solidify subject expertise with the current methodologies and practices, including social, economic, and cultural structures that influence food systems. Next is Sherry Holm. She is a Wilder Research Senior Communication Specialist for Minnesota Compass and has been with Wilder since 2019. Sherry will use her Kingston Fellowship to join a cohort of the Future Good Studio to learn about and become a resource for futurism thinking, which will help Minnesota Compass and Wilder examine social trends and how they impact today's decision-making for public good. Congratulations, Sherry. Next is Jennifer Kim Ardakani. She is a school-based mental health therapist based at Crossroads Elementary. She plans to pursue intensive training and certification as a brain spotting practitioner. Brain spotting therapy is an innovative modality that works by identifying, processing, and releasing core neurophysiological, sources of emotional/body pain, trauma, dissociation, and a variety of other challenging symptoms. Brain spotting is a simultaneous form of diagnosis and treatment enhanced by bilateral sound, which is deep, direct, and powerful, yet focused and containing. Jennifer is excited to share her learnings and believes that brain spotting therapy modality will further reinforce and validate Wilder's philosophy of client-centered therapy toward integrative health and wholeness. Next is Sarah Schmidt. She has been a mental health therapist with Wilder since 2020 and will use the Kingston Fellowship to finish her master's degree in addiction studies at the University of Minnesota. Sarah then plans to pursue licensure in LADC and utilize both to build a much-needed bridge in the relationship between Wilder Recovery Services and the assessment team. Having someone on staff to complete substance use evaluation in real time will streamline the process and benefit Wilder and the clients we serve. And May Tung has worked at Wilder for 3 years as a recovery care coordinator and currently attends Minneapolis Community and Technical College, MCTC. And she is enrolled for an addiction counseling diploma. She sees a gap in the Korean-speaking counselors, and her goal is to get LADC certification in order to directly help those struggling with substance abuse without the barrier of language or culture. Please join me in congratulating the 2023 class of Kingston Fellows. Yes. I am incredibly inspired by the work and dedication of our Kingston Fellows as they pursue their exciting goals. This concludes our program. It's a true honor to celebrate this day with all of you. Thank you for taking part in the Kingston Fellowship program, such a strong and enduring source of support for Wilder. We are grateful that you joined us today for this uplifting celebration. I do have one more shout out, and that would be for the people who put today's program together. Amelia Caldwell, Sandra Hurd, Tammy McIntyre, Laura Brown, Lara Zimberhoff, Ann Rodenberg, and Michelle Morehouse. We thank them for planning and creating this special event, and we appreciate your every attention to detail. So happy spring, everybody, and for those who observe it, Ramadan Mubarak. Have a great day. Thank you for attending.